Typical scenario that I have witnessed across recruitment is client calls up and says to the consultant, Bob, good news, I want to offer your candidate Mary the job. Consultant says, yes, fantastic. How much is the salary? 60,000. And when would you like her to start? Monday. Great, thanks. And the consultant can't wait to get the client off the phone. And the phone has hardly been put down when it's picked up again, and the consultant's calling the candidate to offer them the job. Am I right? And it's, hey, Mary, great news. You've got the job. 80,000. And then you hear, oh, really? Why? And suddenly it's not going as smoothly as they thought. You should not offer someone a job unless you know they're going to accept it. I know that sounds crazy, but indeed that's what you should do. So if I was going to, and I remember I'd done all my preparation work. By that I mean, let's say that the candidate had been going for an interview for a job on 60,000. All the way through the process, I would have agreed with the candidate if they get 60,000, they'd accept it. I would have done that at the first interview, I would have done it at the second interview, and I would have done it at the third interview if there was one. And so I would have had her pre-acceptance that she's going to accept 60,000. Meanwhile, I'll be telling the client that the candidate is really looking for 65. And if he could stretch to 65, it would be good. You understand why, don't you? So now we're going to, let's say the client comes through and they've offered 62, let's just say. I would not pick up the phone and say, Mary, great news, you've got 62. I'd pick up the phone. Now, I've got the offer. It's in my pocket, right? The client has told me, offer the job to Mary at 62. I'd pick up the phone and I'd say, Mary, how are you? Has anything changed since we last spoke? Would be my first question every time. And Mary says, no, Greg, everything's... So you're still very keen on the offer, on the job, I should say, at ABC Limited? Very keen. Has anything changed that would change your mind? If they were to make you an offer, you would accept it? Oh yes, I'd definitely accept it. I'm very keen. Good. And why would you accept, Mary? Just remind me again of the reasons why ABC is the right job for you. Well, Greg, we've spoken about this, but you remember, it's much closer to home. I liked it because it's giving me management responsibility, and they're going to train me on the Ruby on Rails, which I think I need. So it's really satisfied the criteria that you came to see me about, didn't it, Mary? Yes, it did. Okay, so I am reinforcing why she's going to accept this job before I've offered it to her. And then we'll talk about salary. Now, Mary, when you came to see me, you talked about a salary between 60 and 65. And I think I said to you 65 is probably too high. And we agreed that 60 would be appropriate. Yes, Greg, I would really prefer a bit more, but I did say that. And so, Mary, let's just imagine if the client came through to me today, and God willing this happens. Let's just say the client offered the position to you today at 60,000. How would you respond? Well, I really like that job. So if it came through at 60,000, would you accept it? Yes, I think I would. So it's a great job, it's got the right reasons, and if it came through at 60,000, and by the way, if you got 60,000, well done to you, because there are a lot of top candidates going for this job. So you would accept that position? Yes, I would definitely accept it. Okay, Mary, tremendous. I wish you luck. I hope I hear later today. See you later. And then I'd go to lunch. I'm serious. Now, you might say this is manipulative. Well, yes. But I wouldn't do it if I didn't think Mary wanted the job and is right for the job. And then I'd call Mary back an hour later when she's been sitting by the phone, and I'd say, Mary, has anything changed? No, Greg, everything's the same. Remember that job that we agreed would be fantastic if you got it 60,000? Yes, Greg. Well, hold on to your hat, Mary. You've got 62,000 starting on Monday. Is she going to turn it down? I don't think so. Still could be subject to a counter offer. All that we've got to get through. And I'll be honest with you, I've played this up for effect. It's dramatic. But that's how I do it. Now, a lot of people would want to have all that in the same conversation, and you can. But the point I'm trying to make to you is you've got to pre-close. It's the art, the craft of recruitment. You don't be offering people jobs hoping they'll accept it. You'll be offering people jobs knowing that they've already pre-accepted it. All this stuff is not new, it just doesn't happen much anymore.